Hi, Lou Mosca, Chief Operating Officer of American Management Services. Welcome to another edition of Straight Talk. And what we want to chat with you about today, just for a couple of minutes, is inventory management systems. And for some reason, over the last month or two, we've gotten a lot of requests for folks looking to upgrade or to put in place new inventory software systems. And it reminded me of a client I was involved with Doug McDermott, oh my God, years ago back in Baltimore. And the business was a sizable business doing a fair amount of money, about $80-90 million a year. And they had invested, when they brought us in, over $2 million in an ERP system, which was specifically designed. Their number one criteria was inventory management, the flow, the order process, the pricing, the purchasing, the releasing it out of inventory, knowing when to rebuy. It was specifically designed and brought in for that. And $2 million later was an absolute cluster mess, okay? So I want to give you a couple of thoughts before you go writing checks on buying software. Software is important in anything that you do, right? It's supposed to make your life easier and your life better. But software, in anything you do, there's this old phrase, garbage in, garbage out, right? So if your people aren't trained, if you don't have the proper systems, if you don't have a mechanism to guard and safeguard your inventory now, and your inventory has a sizable value, just having the software is not going to make a difference for you. A couple of things you might want to ask yourself would include, do you have the internal talent to actually manage this? What's your budget? What are you willing to invest into software? 3, how are you going to make sure that your people are trained properly so that good information goes in and good information comes out on a timely basis so you can judge it? But I'll give you a real trick. A lot of owners are members of YPOs, Young Presidents Organizations, or tech groups, or 20 groups, or dealer groups. Talk to your peers. Get a consultant if you need one, but talk to your peers about what struggles they've gone through implementing inventory software. You will hear war stories, horror stories, and don't believe what the vendors tell you right out of the gate. Make them give you demonstrations and go to some of the people that they've sold the software to and watch them use it so you can get a real world tutorial before you decide to write a check, okay? And the reason I tell you to use a consultant is because consultants, whether it's us or somebody else, we've been through the wars already. Why would you want to start from ground zero? Start at the 40-yard line, don't start at the 0-yard line, okay? So we took a call from a young lady recently in California who's a controller of a company doing about $20 million, and they have $4 million, she tells us, $4 million in inventory. All of it spread amongst 2 or 3 different warehouses, and she estimates that their loss on that $4 million is about 7% per year. It's a lot of money. $200,000 or $300,000 a year. It's a lot of money, okay? If you do that year after year, it's a lot of money. But to just go buy software and hoping that it's going to make a difference for you is a big mistake. So cost of the software, the time to implement the software, the training of your people to make sure that your cost and your investment is a good cost of investment takes a fair amount of time. So I'm going to tell you, before you go writing a check, test your people. Make sure you've got the systems set up properly. Make sure your people are trained properly. Make sure you have in place what you want your results to be, and then you can make a decision. If you want help and you want to chat about it, give me a call anytime, 800-743-0410. Like if you like it, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell if you want to get future notifications of when we post another video.